All right, so today I'm doing a video on the 5 reasons why My Adventures with Superman is a better cartoon than Batman Caped Crusader, because it is a better cartoon than Batman Caped Crusader. I've ranted on Batman Caped Crusader, I think, enough by now. I mean, the video I made called The Worst Batman Cartoon. I think I said ever. I think that's the title in all caps. The worst Batman cartoon ever. And I mean that. Batman the Cape Crusader is an awful cartoon. The worst Batman cartoon. So if you want to know what I thought about that cartoon, watch that video. But after I watched that cartoon, I then finished My Adventures with Superman season 2, and I absolutely loved it. I don't want to say it's better than the first season, but it's pretty damn close. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons, and I could probably think of more, but for right now, we're just going to narrow it down, if I can talk, to 5 reasons. So this might be a short video, but who cares? I wanted to do it because I wanted to set the record straight that My Adventures with Superman is a way better, and I mean a way better cartoon than Batman Caped Crusader. So anyway, reason number 1 is the art style. Now, this is actually not a knock on Batman Caped Crusader, because Batman Caped Crusader actually does have decent animation, but it's kind of generic. Like, it's nothing too special. But My Adventures with Superman is an anime, but it looks gorgeous. Like, oh my god, the visuals on that show, man. So, obviously it has better animation and a lot more stunning visuals than Batman Caped Crusader. Like, I really can't think of one good, like, visual that stand out to me in Batman Caped Crusader. But My Adventures with Superman, oh my god, man, the visuals on that cartoon. Mwah, chef's kiss. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, with what they can do with that anime style. The anime style, man, I love it. I mean, I think it's great. So yeah, that's reason number 1 is better animation. Reason number 2 is better writing. I mean, the writing on Batman Cape Crusader, like, it is awful. Like, oh my god. The way they set everything up, and, just, I didn't like it. I mean, you know, and that's kind of part of a different reason, which we'll get into, but the writing on My Adventures with Superman is so much better. Like, it's like a continuing, overarching story, and, like, Batman Cape Crusader, I needed a couple drinks just to, you know, have courage to get to the next episode. But My Adventures with Superman, I couldn't wait to get to the next episode. Like, that's how good the writing was, and especially for the second season. So, yeah, for that, I mean, the writing's obviously better, like, than Batman Cape Crusader. I mean, some of the episodes, some of the things, like, again, watch my video on that, but the writing's way better in My Adventures with Superman. No contest. Anyway, reason number 3 is the characters. My Adventures with Superman has way better characterization. not characters, characterization than Batman Caped Crusader. See, because the characters in Batman Caped Crusader are either trying to fill out something that we'll get to, because that's another reason, or they're just complete douchebags. Like Harvey Dent was a douchebag throughout the cartoon. So when he became Two-Face, you don't really feel bad for him. Now, do you? You know, Batman's a dick at times, especially to Alfred throughout the cartoon, calling him Pennyworth and all that. But the characters in my Adventures with Superman, the characterization is done really well, especially between Clark and Lois, and really the whole Daily Planet dynamic, if I can talk. You know, Jimmy Olsen, and it's just, and especially with Supergirl coming into the second season. I mean, the characterization is on point. Like, they didn't change a character too dramatically. They did, different things with it, but for the most part, I love the characterization of all the characters in my Adventures with Superman compared to Batman Caped Crusader. So, obviously the characterization in my Adventures with Superman is better, and the characterization of the characters in Batman Caped Crusader suck. So there you go. Reason number 4 why my Adventures with Superman is better than Batman Caped Crusader is it doesn't try to fill out an agenda like Batman Caped Crusader did. I'm not going to get into the whole paying woman thing again, but that's the main reason. And the whole Harley Quinn and Renee Montoya lesbian thing. Of course, there's that. And making Harley Quinn Asian to appeal to the Asians. Just real dramatic changes. Now, the thing that people might get like, well, what do you mean? I mean, Jimmy Olsen, they changed him to a black guy for My Adventures with Superman. Well, I'm okay with a race swap. I don't mind if you change the character's race as long as it doesn't affect the character, make the character any different. And it didn't make Jimmy Olsen anything different. He's still the same nice guy. Because, and that's one thing I'll give Batman Caped Crusader. I didn't mind them making the Gordons black. Because it didn't change their characters too dramatically. I mean, the characters were boring on that show. I will say that, but it didn't change them too dramatically. But Batman Caped Crusader, it wanted to appeal to the transgenders. It wanted to, like, it didn't, My Adventures with Superman didn't try to fill out an agenda. So, that's really why My Adventures with Superman's already better, because it's not appealing to that stuff. It's not taking established characters and ruining them, changing, their sexuality just to appeal to that agenda. So, nobody goes gay. Like Lex Luthor, he doesn't go gay. It's just like they didn't make Supergirl a lesbian, because they wanted to tell a story without changing the characters. So, that already makes My Adventures with Superman a better cartoon than Batman Caped Crusader, because Batman Caped Crusader was trying to fill out that agenda that we really don't need filled out, because it's been filled out too many times and we don't need to see it for our Batman cartoon. So, yeah. Okay, now reason number 5. And the final reason Well, probably really not the final reason, but still. My Adventures with Superman just completely better than Batman Caped Crusader. Like, I cannot stress that enough. But if I had to pick, I guess you can say kind of the main reason is the villains. I like the villains better in My Adventures with Superman. I love how they, in season two, set up Lex Luthor. I like that he's a kid. I like that they didn't do anything too drastic with the characters. Like they aged them, down to like in their 20s, but I'm okay with that because they didn't change them dramatically. Like, in typical Superman things, like Superman's like in his maybe mid 30s. But here he's like in his early 20s. I don't mind that. And Lex Luthor's younger and they do something different with him, which I honestly don't mind. It's actually something pretty cool that they did because it's never really been done in animation before, like making them younger. So I'm actually welcome to that change, and it doesn't change the characters dramatically. So to get that point out of the way, I like the villains in My Adventures with Superman better. Lex Luthor, who they were trying to, set up in season two, maybe make him the villain for season three. I'm guessing that's what they're going to do. But, I loved Brainiac in season two. Oh my God, Brainiac was so fucking awesome. Oh my God. And yeah, and Livewire. I mean, the villains in My Adventures with Superman, I liked I liked a lot more than the villains in Batman Caped Crusader because the villains in My Adventures with Superman, like those episodes were so fun to watch. Oh my God. And again, it's an overarching story. So you're on the edge of your seat. Like it's just amazing. But the villains in Batman Caped Crusader, oh my God, man. I already mentioned Two-Face. They completely ruined Two-Face in the two-part finale. And of course, there's Paying Woman. Then, even Catwoman I didn't like on the show. You have frickin' Harley Quinn or the Asian Harley Quinn. Probably the worst episode of the show. You have two villains I never even heard of and were the least interesting villains of the show. You have Gentleman Ghost, who was okay, but nothing too like. Honestly, though, that episode compared to the rest of the episodes, that was the only episode I can say was okay. It still wasn't completely fun to watch, but it was all right. But oh my God, man. Like, if you were to compare the villains in Cape Crusader to the ones in, My Adventures with Superman, like, you know, Tax X alone takes down the entire villain lineup in, Batman Cape Crusader. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God. But yeah, anyway, those are the reasons why I think My Adventures with Superman, or not even why I think, why I know My Adventures with Superman is a way better cartoon than Batman Caped Crusader. And, it's just, it comes down to what this all comes down to is My Adventures with Superman just had a better storyline and better characterization and overall better show. So that's why it's better than Batman Cape Crusader. So suck it, Batman Caped Crusader. I hope you never get a season 2. And My Adventures with Superman, I hope you get a third season because you actually deserve it. So, yeah, that's the video. I figured this will be a fun video to do, to not only give my thoughts on My Adventures with Superman, but to also rip on Batman Caped Crusader one final time and give it the final fuck you, because I'm never going to talk about this cartoon again. Unless maybe I might do I've been kind of toying with the idea of doing a Batman cartoons ranking, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on that one, but we'll see. But anyway, love you, My Adventures with Superman. Hope you get a third season, and fuck you, Batman Caped Crusader, for ruining characters that I love and fucking it up. So, yeah. Fuck you.